What's going on, everybody? Having a little bit of technical difficulties. For some reason, it is not wanting to allow chat, and that is not cool. That not be cool, man. What's up? Trying to get this thing fixed, and it ain't working. Y'all gonna have to bear with me a second. You know what? Forget it. We're just gonna do this. I was gonna try to do a like a vertical thing, but because I ain't got everything figured out yet, it I'm having some technical difficulties. But for some reason, it's not letting me get chats. I don't know why chats are disabled. I know why. I see. That explains it. I didn't put. Let's do this. I may have to start this over again. Good gravy. Y'all, I'm having some technical difficulty. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna get y'all's chat cut on here in just a second. I just gotta figure this out. I think I didn't put that it was there we go. Let's see if chats don't come on now. There's our chats. What's going on? What's that say? Edits. What's going on, edits? Sorry about the technical difficulties, man. This is my first. I'm not very savvy with all this YouTube stuff yet, so I'm learning. But evidently, I forgot to say that it wasn't safe for kids, and evidently that disables chats. So, but anyway, I was trying to do an overhead thing so that y'all could see better and everything, and I had some stuff laid out to kind of give some shout outs to people. We got Illuminati Ninja, Mad Yoko, or Yako. You got said Stevie. I'll go check him out. Check out his page. BEDC. He just sent me a knife, man, and a bag full of stickers. Some of these stickers here tonight actually come from him. There's my buddy John Evans with Javon's Knife Flicks. He's always down to chill and chat with you guys. Lancelot Leather, man, I just got some of his products, guys. If y'all don't have anything, this is for a an ABW slip joint. I'm gonna have to pick another one up at Blade Show. But we got the Lynch Northwest clip on there. Really, really nice, man. This dude does some crazy, crazy good work. But that's Lancelot Leather. Y'all go check him out at the EDC round table. And y'all pick you up something nice, man. He does a lot of good work. And of course, we have Peanut. If anybody knows old Paul Mott, his uh his cat Peanut, he's pretty famous in the community. What's up, Shane? Henry G, y'all doing all right tonight? Shane, I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Hey, Finger McCrack. That's Finger McCrack. I hope you're doing good tonight. It, it makes me feel good that you're here, Finger McCrack. But but anyway, so I was a little bored tonight, so I was just gonna hop on here. I needed to change the washers out on this Inkosi for a little while. And I got I got I got some in from Chris Reeve, and I figured I would hop on here tonight and do that. And I've done these before, but I've never done them live, so I guarantee you I'll run into problems because I'm doing it live. So yeah, I hate I hate those sicknesses, man. I hate you got that, but it'll be over before you know it. You get all your knives ground up and you ready for Blade Show, Shane? Hey man, I had to bust that pivot. This is the first time I've had this one apart. Yeah, man. Glad you stopped by. Love you, buddy. So one side of that pivot comes out. I always try to keep the on these Inkosis, you got one side that you can see all the way through, and then one side that's got the Allen head. For some reason, the one that is hollow likes to stay in there, and that I mean, I guess because it's the bigger one, it's the one under the most pressure. What's up, Dixie? Dixie Normus. So what I'll do is I'll push it out with the other side of the pivot, back it back out, and pull it out. Dix Enormous, I'm glad you're in here, buddy. So messing around with this thing, I had a couple of times where it wanted to lock up with me. I opened it up, I cleaned it up, and it looks like the washers have already been polished, the ones that I took out. But the thing is I don't know if he ever pinched them or anything. I don't know how he put it back together. And I'm figure what I think has happened is when he tried to put everything. I don't know. I think he may have pinched one of them in the pivot at one time because every once in a while this blade will just completely lock up with me, and it's not fun. It's been driving me insane. So everybody ready for your long weekend? I guess you got an extra day. So while I got this apart, I'm going to go ahead and clean everything really good. The guy that I bought this knife from actually removed all the glass blast from it. And to be honest with you, I actually kind of like it. I bought it to since it already had that removed. I was just gonna like I don't know engrave the scales or something. I bought it to mod, but I actually kind of like the smooth titanium. It's honestly, it's really not a bad look. So, but anyway, now we got this apart. Let's get the. I don't know what I did with my ultrasonic cleaner. What did I do? There's another knife I need to show y'all. Oh, here it is. So, anybody got big plans for tomorrow? Dick's enormous. I bet you got some big plans for tomorrow. It ain't the only big thing you got, Mister Enormous. He said, "Big plans, my." For a little bit of this here jet fuel in there, clean anything off of anything. It'd be melting some shit. All right. So first off, I'm gonna throw all the hardware in there and the pivot. We'll turn that on. I think it does something funny to my camera for a minute. But anyway, so yeah, I was going to actually polish these when I change this out, but I don't have any kind of sandpaper or not a fine enough grit sandpaper. I don't have any steel wool or I've seen some guys use some stuff and I can't remember what it is. If anybody remembers what it is, y'all can let me know. But I ordered these from Chris Reeve. I think it was, I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't much, like $20. To be honest with you, these, they got a little bit of a burr on them. I'll just put the smooth side towards the blade. Maddie, what's up, my dog? Just cleaning up old Inkosi. What you got going on tonight, man? Dude, Dick's enormous. He got big things going for him. You know what I'm saying? That dude's doing big things, dog. He got big plans for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Maddie, I was looking at all my stickers. I don't have any Maddie stickers. I hear you, dog. We just chilling up in here. I was bored, so I had a little something to do. I was back in town, not to pick up another knife this time, but uh, I didn't have anything going on tonight though. So I was going to take time, swap these washers out, and chill out with everybody. Shane wasn't feeling too good, so So we gave him the night off, I guess. Since he's the boss, he told me and Kyle to go screw ourselves. I probably should have sent Kyle a link to get on here. I'd do that if I knew how to do it. You're the man, Matty. Appreciate you, my man. What's up, Smock? You doing all right, buddy? Drew dude? Drew dude snuck in there like a thief in the night. Man, my shop has been closed up literally since I left for Mississippi a couple of weeks ago. And I walked in here and it was just muggy. Air hadn't been cut on, fans hadn't been on, anything like it. And it's still just. I've had the air on for a good 30 minutes now, and it's still just muggy as it can be. Smells funny. Kyle. Kyle just said I need to send you a link, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know who's worse with technology, Shane or me. Let's see if I know how to do this. Oh, there we go. Kyle, you punk. Anyway, well, my hardware should be somewhat clean. I don't know how good it's going to be, Kyle. Did I win something today? Well, that's cool. I guess they need to contact me. I didn't know anything about it. What I win, Henry? Drew, dude. Hey, Drew, you been beating on them drums lately? I've had the itch to play some here lately. Oh, you're talking to Ryan Smock. I thought you were talking to me. I'm saying Drew been beat. Jeez. I guess I set him up for that one. Should have known Kyle would have had something like that to say. right there. Everybody, be sure to say hey to Kyle. He quit watching his favorite show, Roseanne. He said Roseanne's his favorite actress, and he quit watching Roseanne to come over here and say hey to all of us fine folks. I might have to go check that out. Kind of weird being on here by myself. What is a Ron? I was watching a Ron. I listen to Joe Rogan. Aaron Rodgers. I was wondering if you were talking about A Rod. Oh, A Rod for the Yankees. All right. What a cheater snipper guy. My brother listens to Joe Rogan like religiously, and it's for that reason too, Kyle. He says it's entertainment at best, but he does make some interesting points. I don't listen to him too often, which I don't listen to podcasts period too often much. I don't have much time, but I've always wanted to listen to some of his stuff. Just hearing my brother talk about it, it seems to be very entertaining. They are, and my only problem is I can't stay off the phone long enough to have anything on the radio longer than about 5 minutes. So if I get a podcast turned on, usually about the time it starts getting interesting, my phone rings. Or I've got to answer an email, or I think about an email that I didn't send, something. And that is something that me and my wife were talking about earlier. That I've got to slow down on. I've got to start working on a work life balance. I guess so to say. I've got to get some people hired that are able to handle some stuff so that it all don't fall on me, I guess. Hell, this is part of the show, I think. Soon as these scales clean up, we'll start putting this thing back together. Hey, I got Mad Yakko's new thing. I wish I had a black light, man. This thing looks so badass under a black light, but I saw that the other night. I had to buy it. I like it a lot. I got one from Old Forest too. I like his. Oh, while I'm waiting on those, I'll show this one off. I don't know that I've showed this one off to anybody. This here's one of them Chris Reeves benders. I like the detail in it. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it or not, but the CR logo is like gold or brass color or whatever. It's a fun little knife. I got some more cool stuff down here. I don't know if anybody is into William Henrys. I got a few William Henrys down here. They ain't carry or anything. They're just pretty knives. They're pocket jewelry. What up, mind of mitten? So this one is some old mammoth tooth. I don't know if anybody would ever buy these to actually carry them. I've heard of people actually using them, but I had no way bought these to actually use. They're just satisfying to look at for me. Let's see. Let's see. Which one's this? Oh, this one is the one that's redwood. I don't know if that's coming through on my phone or not. It looks really dark. All right, my scales are clean now, so let's get this sucker back together now. What's up, Devon? That link I sent you earlier probably don't work anymore. I had to abandon that live. I can send you another link if you feel like getting on, John. No pressure. You ain't got to. I'm just working on this old Koshi here. Kyle Coonley. Devon, I had one of your stickers out earlier. Doing a little bit of chilling for you. Y'all got big plans for tomorrow? What you sharpening, Devon? Yeah, definitely the face logo. Every logo. I gotta be really careful with that pointer stuff, man. That stuff strips anything. I used to build working on CMB Explorer trying to you keep working on it, buddy, you'll get there. But I used to build PLCs and control panels over in Hoover for a company, and the cleaner they gave us to clean those cabinets, back panels, and all that stuff, and was I don't know what kind of cleaner it is. It literally smells like fuel. I call it jet fuel, but I've never put that on something that didn't just take it right off. Like it'll take paint off a car, but it's not stripper either. So I said stripper. I probably got Shane's attention there. Where'd you hear that from, Kyle? That's You're not supposed to think about that, man. What up, Todd Carr? Appreciate you stopping by, my man. Just doing a little bit of maintenance. So let's start putting this sucker back together. Now I've put these things together a bunch. But like I said earlier, doing it on live, I'll probably have problems. Maybe not Shane trying to put scales back on a spider co, but I bet I have some kind of problem. I know one thing I'm going to do. I've got to scrape some of this heart shit off this. Anybody else getting a lot of rain right now? Javon, y'all got a hell of a storm earlier, didn't you? I know, Kyle. I actually started looking for that earlier. I was actually at home and bored. Yeah, it's just now starting to storm down here in Birmingham now. It's supposed to for the rest of the night and over half the day tomorrow. I actually got home again last night. Or no, was that man? All my days are running together so much. I think it was last night, yesterday. Today's Sunday. I got home Friday night. Actually, unexpected leave of absence, and anyway, so I woke up this morning and cut grass while we had a break in the weather, and um, me and my wife went to church, spent some time together, and we came back home, just chilled out with the puppies. And I told her that I was going to come to the shop, check on the shop, probably do a little bit of a live, and hang out with you fine folks for a little bit. All right, here comes the fun part. And for some reason, I have trouble, more trouble out of the Inkosi than I do the Sabenza when I'm doing this. And I don't know why. I haven't figured it out. But I think it is because what did I do with those dang? I think it's because of the shape of the Inkosi washers that I have a harder time doing. That's the only thing I think. That's the only difference I know of anyway. if any of you have ever done maintenance on an Inkosi and know a better way of doing this, I do it the way that um, what was I doing? Anyway, I do it the way that I think it was Tim Reeves that he put out a video on how to do this, and for some reason on this one I always have a hard time with it, but it'll be all right. This lube sometimes if it sits for a long time, it kind of separates. It'll get oily or it'll get some like clear liquor, kind of like mustard. I'm sure Maddie knows about that. Like you get the clear stuff that comes out of the mustard that's not really mustard. That's what this stuff's kind of like. And it don't take much, just a couple little drops. Now, one thing I do like about this lube, is that it's almost like glue when you first put it in. It'll hold your washers in place just about for you. So I'm gonna fill these. These come with a little bit of a burr. These don't have very much. I don't know if they're starting to polish them for us. It looks almost like they have. I don't feel much of a burr on these. But what I will do, I will take the burr side and put it towards the scales. Let's put this one more little dab of grease on there. But I'll set them on there and kind of turn them a little bit, get some of that grease spread out. And like I said, this grease will actually hold these washers on for you. Drew, dude, are you talking about the one that I had up just a second ago? All right. So here's the trick. You need to slide these little jokers in all together. And then I will take a pick and actually turn it. Well, here we go. See, does it to me every time. There we go. So once I get these jokers in there, then I can adjust them with my pick here. Get everything lined up the way that it should be. And then stick the pivot in. Yeah, I forgot the lady's name that works there that does these, but she puts these designs in on these handles by hand. They'll actually anodize the scales and and then she does it with a mill by hand, and then she goes back over it with a like a flat bit, and it takes the anodization, I guess, off everywhere except for where she's milled out. And she does several different designs of these. She does some like it looks like our solar system. It's really neat. She's about to retire though, and I don't know if those are going to get be worth any more or not or anything like that. But I like them. I like their designs. I think they're cool. They're very unique. I think each one of them there's only a set number. There's a whole bunch of those that are just one offs, and then I can't get this thing to turn. But I've always liked them though. I mean, that's another one that I probably won't ever carry. That I just have it just because I like it. She does some very amazing. Like get on, like if you get on like Google and Google the Chris Reeve unique graphics, you can see all the different designs she's done. Like that, like the one I've got's nothing compared to some of the work she's done. Like some of the knives out there are just no telling what they're worth. I mean, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful knives. So I figured this would happen. Sure enough, I'm on YouTube and I can't get this one washer. I got this side is good. I'm having trouble with this side. I can't get that joker to turn. Oh, that's why. I was turning it the wrong way. There we go. There we go. And I tell you, these things, Chris Reeves, are so, the tolerance on these things are so little that, I mean, that if it's just, I mean, like, say that thing's not wanting to slide in right now, and I can't see any of the washer in there. And all it is the blade and the washer may be just, I'm talking a fraction of a little piece off. And, but the thing is you don't want to force it because if it's the washer, it's not letting it go in. You don't want to kink that washer. There you go. All right, I got it. You don't want to bend that washer up. You don't want to put the washer into a bind because it'll put a lip on that washer and it will cause all sorts of issues in your action. Shit, went too far. I can't find my little metal pick, so I'm having to use this plastic one, and it's not doing what I need it to do. There it goes. We good. We're good. Just put us a little bit of this Loctite on there. That way, when I flick this thing 10 million times on the way to Mississippi, it don't loosen up on me. Anybody else flick the knife or whatever? I don't know, nervous energy, I guess, boredom. It's a habit now for me. I've gotten where I do it going down the road. Next thing I know, if I'm on a 3 or 4 hour trip, I've been flicking a knife for like 2 hours. My thumb's completely raw, and I drive my wife crazy with them. So much better. And of course, I've got to break it in, but yep, those washers are messed up. I pulled out. Yep, that'll work. Now I just got to let it sit for a couple of days. Let that old Loctite sit up. Take it easy, Drew, dude. I'm not far behind you. Till I washed King Tut off. No, I didn't. I probably still got drool all over it. I need to send it to Kyle and have an edge put on it. It's what I need to do. Kyle, actually need to send you a couple of knives. And hey, while I'm here, I need to send John, buddy. I need to send you my knife too. Don't let me forget about that. Remind me tomorrow, John, to do that before I leave out again. Yeah, I still got drool all over this thing. I like that. Yeah, I don't want to hit you up while you're taking some time off. I know you've been busy the past few weeks, so um, but I also don't want to send them to you when you got a whole lot going on either. So I'll hit you up and we'll talk about it. I actually thought about not putting one on the Harsey, but because I'm not going to use it, honestly, it's going to it's probably going to set in the box like that more than likely. There's my there's my little slip for that was for my ABW. Oh, Lancelot leather made for me. I had to copy Maddie's a little bit. I fell in love with it. He did a hell of a job on this thing, man. It looks so good. But I got to pick me up another slippy at Blade Show. Let's get this stuff cleaned up. There's a slip that come with Chris Reeves, the unique graphic. I don't know if I've ever looked at the card of one of these. That's not the right card. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's a young knife. November 21 to 24. Hmm. Cool. Trying to see if I got anything else real cool down here. Oh, yeah. Just another William Henry. Big old piece of pearl. And this is actually a big knife for for his. It's wild that these things look like gas station knives, but they're like, but they're so, I guess, collectible. I don't know. I normally wouldn't go for knives like these, but like his are so like between the scale and like you can't feel like they're just so perfect. Everything. And believe it or not, they actually have an edge on them. I don't know how good the edge retention on any of this steel would be, but like I said, I don't think they're actually meant to be used. I think this is another. Oh yeah, this is one that I actually talked to them about because I wasn't sure because the box was one that I had never seen before at the time. The card was different, and I actually called them and actually talked to somebody, and he told me that this was one of his very early ones, and that if I ever got rid of it, that he wanted it back. It actually has a sapphire in it. It's just a small version of this one, but it's one of the very early models that he had. And it came with a cloth, but I don't want to get it out. I'm afraid it's going to rip. He said this was a pre 2000 knife. I forgot what year he started doing these. I think it was like mid 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, 96, something like that. So that was really cool to find out. Like, and I found that out after I bought it. Yeah, this is I forgot what kind of wood that is, but it was a fun knife. Just some fun stuff. Oh, that's one. I don't know if anybody knows that guy or not. Of course, it don't have a knife in it right now. I haven't got it back from Paul yet. It's on its way. I'm excited to get that one back in my hands. I think that's the best one Paul's done. And I don't mean that like being biased. Like when he sent me videos of it, I'm ecstatic at how that turned out. Like it, I think every one he's done, he's gotten a little bit better at anyway. But I honestly think mine so far is the way that it turned out, the shade of the titanium and everything, man, it just ended up being really, really, really good. Money well spent. There's some. These scales were green when I got it. Then Where's it at? Right here. Oh, Javon told me that this knife, I don't know, I guess it was like a prototype or something. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but these scales are titanium. And he said they only made like, a few of them, like five of them or something like that. And I ended up with them, and we actually think that this was Javon's at one time. Javon sold it to somebody, and I think I bought it from him. And this is another one of those. I had no idea what I was buying. I just knew it was a titanium pyrite. I really like the pyrites. I think they're great knives for the price. But this one, man, it's really. I don't know if y'all can hear the ding. Well, there we go. It's really satisfying. Y'all seen the rest of them 100 times. BEDC hooked me up with that one. I actually had one of these in my in a cart somewhere. I don't remember where it was at, and I was holding up. Just I don't know why, and ended up winning one that night. Or I think somebody gave it to me. Uh, I can't remember who it was that gave it to me. They're in here. Thank you. But that's got a fun little action on it. I like that it's a flipper, but it don't have a flipper tab. Like it's just that little piece right there. But it don't. It's not when you go to close it. It don't. And I think these. I think this is a mini. Actually, I think they make a bigger version of this. I'm not real sure. I haven't done a whole lot of research on these things, so I do like the blade shape on this. I like the shape of the whole knife actually. But I need to look and see if they actually make a full size one. Let's see. Okay, let's see what. Ooh, that looks good. I don't know if it's much bigger than that. Well, it says it's got a 3-inch blade. I don't know. Kyle, they are. But they are just that. They're art pieces. I don't. I like I said, I've heard or I've read where people have used them and abused them, and they all everybody that said they lasted and stuff. But I don't know why anybody would spend that much and then carry it into a factory and cut cardboard and stuff like that with it. I could see having it at your desk, opening up envelopes, like passing it down to family members, stuff like that. But I just can't see taking putting one of those in my pocket as a daily carry. I really need to go out there and clean my shop up. We left out in such a hurry. Y'all can hear all the rain. I got the door cracked, trying to let some air in here. Here's a small cutting board that I've had glued up for like a month. I need to I need to find the time to finish that up. I think I've got some live edge around here somewhere. There they are. So I'm actually going to put some of this live edge on here. And I got that's going to end up being the middle piece for a large cutting board. And that's going to be about the last of the black walnut and curly maple boards that I do for a while. I've about played that out. I'm kind of tired with that design. I don't really know what else I can do with it. So I'm finally out of it. I've been using it to get rid of scrap wood and stuff like that. So I've been making these small boards with it and everything, and I'm finally about out of it. So I'm about to go buy some. I'm really wanting some zebra wood. I want to start playing around with some of it. Um, Purple Heart. I want to start trying to play around with some different colors for sure. But I think zebra wood is a really cool, when finished and done right, it gives off a really cool effect. Zebra wood with black walnut makes a very cool cutting board. Thank you, Todd. How I come into this shop was it literally landed in my lap, and it was just a grace of God type thing. I got a really good deal on it and everything. Like it just the timing was just perfect. But it's I actually got another place that was really small. It was less than half the size of this. And at the time I was just needing somewhere to put a couple of trailers, some job boxes, because I was out of room at the house. I was driving the HOA crazy. I was getting tired of fighting with the HOA, which I do stuff on purpose to piss my HOA off, by the way. Like I literally should start just making a video stream of just me pissing the HOA off. But anyway, so it didn't take very long. I got another contract and I had to buy a few. I outgrew that shop like literally within a couple of months. And once again, I had the shop full, my basement was full, and I was parking trucks in the side yard. And of course, the HOA going crazy again. And uh, this guy that where I was leasing that shop at, the guy was like, "Hey, I've got this one right here that's opening up next week." He said, "It's yours if you want it," and that's how I got it. So, and he gave me a very gracious deal on this. Like I'm very blessed to have it. Yeah, HOA. I always said that I would never live in a neighborhood with an HOA, Patina, and I also said I would never live in Trussville, Alabama. But when I met my wife, there's nothing and no distance I would have went to for her. she already lived here. She didn't want to move, and so not only did I move to Trustville, but I moved into a neighborhood with a HOA. Love will make you do some crazy things. So the first run in, it's kind of a funny story. The first run in I had with the HOA, I was actually burning leaves in my side yard, and me and my wife weren't even married at the time. I was just over there doing some yard work for her, and he come up in the yard and was like, some dude I'd never even, yeah, yeah. Oh, Patina knows who Chipper is. So it's Chipper and Andrew Jones. Those are throwback uniforms. I think that was spring training of 90 something. I can't remember. And we got Bobby Cox. That was his final game. And Hank Aaron's 715th home run pitcher. He actually signed this one twice. So I got a few. There's a World Series team signed. It took me a while to get that one put together. And I've got that's Acuna and Ozzy Albies. There's another chipper. And I think this is yeah, that's Acuna. Game used bat. And it's not a game used ball, but he signed that ball too. And I got a whole bunch of baseballs down in there, some game used gloves, stuff like that. So Patina, you a Braves fan? Tina, I didn't know that. I'm over there a good bit during baseball season, which I'm not this year. I've been very busy, but I bet that was fun, Patina. But anyway, yeah, I was burning some leaves, and this dude come walking up and was like, "Hey, man, you can't be burning those leaves." I was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You can't be burning those leaves." I was like, "Buddy, you're not going to tell me what I can do on this property." He said, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, "I don't care who you are." He said, "I'm the HOA president," and I was like, "Let me tell you something." I was like, until you pay the taxes on this property, or you pay my mortgage, anything like that, you're not going to tell me what I can and can't do on this property." And anyway, I told him he had, and not so kind words. I told him he had needed to leave the property. And since then, we've just been a constant battle. And it really pissed him off when me and my wife got married, and the contact changed from my wife to me. And anyway, it is we've been butting heads ever since. That's fun, Patina. That's very fun. I got there for a long time. I quit watching baseball. Um, it got to where it was just absolutely way too slow for me, and I couldn't pay attention. Now I would keep up with it, but I just couldn't watch the full games. Now when I got to the World Series, that was always different. But it, in the past few years, I've gotten back into it more. But since since they've implemented the pitch clock and stuff, and they sped the game up so much, I've absolutely fell in love with it again. It is definitely easier to watch now. What cow? Rosenberg. That's funny. Well, guys, I think I'm about to pack it up. I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I'll definitely do it again. But I'm gonna go out here in the shop, clean up a little bit, and start trying to put things back in order. Kyle, appreciate you coming by, buddy. Randy Johnson. That was a very that those were the good days. And I'm not gonna lie, the steroid days were the good days too. Like I wish they would just let everybody take steroids and let's just see how far it goes. Honestly, like hell, they still have to know how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all for it. Let them all daggone juice and let's see how entertaining it gets. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna go clean up, and I appreciate everybody stopping by. Everybody have a safe Memorial Day, and peace out.